So you're 17 years old. Why aren't you in school right now?
Because I'm in cherry pools.
Cherry Pool's 5 biggest influences are David Bowie, #1, vintage fashion, the movie Cry Baby, Andy Warhol, and of course the Queen, Whitney Houston. Personally, his wardrobe, like I think that it's super cool, like that vintage mod for 70s fashion was like really, really cool. Very like pastel, kind of like Andy Warhol vibe-esque. Yeah, I definitely look up to him. There's no boundaries with him being an artist, and he was always about pushing that boundary. Stylistically, what we pull from Andy Warhol is basically just his simplistic color palette, I guess you could say. A cool aesthetic that we all take from like on stage and off stage. We try to incorporate as much as we can in our wardrobe. The whole badass like 80s vibe, Johnny Depp in that movie is definitely a heartthrob. The aesthetic is, of course, for sure. Like the whole leather jackets and whatnot, that's been my vibe for a while. So I grew up listening to Whitney through my mother, and her songs are like bops to this day. Like I personally love them. We actually do a cover live of one of her songs, How Will I Know? And it's a cover that I've never heard of someone do before. So yeah, we pull it off fairly well. We've gotten a couple compliments from it. Cherry Pool's live show, in 5 words, I would have to describe it as colorful, energetic, vibes for sure, definitely good vibes, aesthetic as fuck, and retro for sure.
The first song people should download from our band would be Forever Young, because that's kind of a good like song to kind of introduce people to our sound.
People should definitely listen to Forever Young. I think it's a good introduction to the sound of the band. It has a super catchy hook. It's got an underlying synth drive that that we're all about. We love our vintage sounding synths. It's got a sax in it, which touches my heart because every Whitney Houston song features a sax. It's got a cool cross between modern and a retro vibe, and that's everything this band encompasses. We try to capture the modern and the vintage sound and kind of incorporate it into something called Cherry Pools.
In 5 years, I'd like to see us playing stadiums, bigger venues, definitely having more production, more colors, more just aspects to our live show, and just bringing fun and cool music to the mainstream, kind of taking people out of their normal melodramatic everyday job and giving them something to bop to, something to enjoy. Right now we have a big neon sign that's pink. This says Cherry Pools. Our guitars themselves, me and the bass player Talon have seafoam green guitars. Martin the singer has shell pink. In our actual cabs are seafoam green LED strips that go around the edges of all of them. And then arguably the coolest part of our whole production, at least my favorite, is Martin's mic stand, which is actually neon pink. So whenever we're performing and we get stage photos, it looks like he's holding a lightsaber. Production's sky's the limit. We're very fortunate to have a very crafty frontman who's made a lot of the production himself. But once we have like more of a big team behind it, I definitely see us going all over crazy with backdrops, aspects. We have colors in our cabs. We have everything kind of on our stage feels like it has a purpose, and that's really cool. It's kind of blending the lines between visual and auditory art.
I personally really love just touring around, playing shows in different cities all the time, meeting up with fans, just all the stuff you'd think of being in a band. We've been playing shows every night, so like we've all been gelling more as a band, and like I feel like every day like I get a little better at like playing my instrument, more proficient. We've been classified as the genre of being pastel pop, and I'm kind of rolling with that right now. I think it's something that I've never heard of, and if it captures our sound, then so be it. So if we start a new genre, that'd be rad.